Hey, what is going on, guys? It's your boy Kyle here. You guys may have missed the first half of this. Decided to do this off a whim, but it's okay. Let me show you what we're working with. So, LS motor. I got a 92 Third Gen Camaro that this bad boy is going into. Alright, yeah, that's right. Freedom. Let freedom ring. We tore apart the bottom end. You guys didn't get to see most of that, but that's okay. We got the rods over here. Good old 4th gen rods. All 8 of them. Not in bad shape. The reason I got this motor cheap is because they said it was knocking when it's hot. But honestly, most of these bearings are fine. We still got to tear into the main caps. But overall, I think, totally did not mean to cut that video off. Hit the wrong button when I flipped it around. It's fine. We'll edit that out. Or keep it in. I don't really care. Anyway, so we got the pistons and rods out. I think that's all I'm going to do for tonight. As you can see, I also had to take that out, obviously. We got the heads over here and all the other miscellaneous things. We can get into that in a second. I'll show you guys all the new goodies I'm putting into it. But yeah, this is my channel, I guess. Little sample. I'm going to be putting this engine together. It's going to be getting forged, crankshaft, pistons, rods, all the goodies. I'll show you them over here in a sec. But yeah, that's the gist of it. So I think in this video I'm going to show you, I'm just going to put this back together to store it until I get more parts. So I'll just show you that process just to see what this video and thing is all about. So let's hop to it. Alright, so let's get into it. Let me show you all the goodies we got here. Got them from Summit Racing Equipment. You know the deal. You know the deal. Summit Racing, Pro LS. You know, Summit's got all the needs. I'm not sponsored or anything, but you know, if they did, definitely wouldn't be upset about it. Anywho, so we of course got a new cam retainer plate for, you know, new camshaft and whatnot. I forget what's all in here. Sorry, don't mind my one hand opening everything. I have a billet aluminum piston ring compressor. So it's tapered on the inside. So when you put it in the engine, it's, you know, easier than those cranking ones. Anywho, sorry for this terrible camera work. Piston ring filer. Obviously, we're going to be throwing some boost at this at some point. So figured I would get that. This is one of the big ones over here. So this is a 4th gen motor, and if you don't know, 4th gen motors, they have a 1-bolt cam, and most aftermarket cams have a 3-bolt. So I got a BMR 3-bolt conversion kit to put on here to replace. Yeah, so we got all that. Put it over here for the rest of the stuff. This is just some hardware. They send you a hardware tensioner for it, because obviously you only get 1 bolt on the other one. So they send you 3. I believe these are ARP studs. So that's always good. They could not be, don't quote me on that. Another pretty trick piece I got is the ICT billet oil cooler block off plate, which I believe is on this side. No, it's on this side. Anyhow, where is it? I'm lost. It is on the other side of the block. I knew it. All right, maybe I'm just blind. Oh, it's on this. I'm an idiot. Anywho, it goes on here like this, because, you know, obviously we're not using the oil cooler, then oil will start spewing out there. But that's another trick thing from ICT billet. Another thing that's billet that's pretty dope. So, you know the deal. This is a valve spring compressor tool. Because obviously, we'll get in. I have packed 1218 valve springs. If I can figure out which way to open this, there we go. It's nice beehive springs, 1218. Nice, and they're a lot harder. All good for performance and high revving stuff. Also good for clearancing this camshaft I have, which is a sloppy stage 2 camshaft. If you guys watch Sloppy Mechanics, you know what this is. Good chop to it. I don't know the specs if you're into that kind of thing. There they are. if you're into that kind of thing, you can just pause it and look at that. But we won't get into that. And of course, you know, piston ring installer. I ain't trying to break any of them while putting them in. And of course, assembly lube when you put everything back together, because things will not be good if you do not put lube on it. You know what I'm saying? But anywho, those are all the goodies we got for our LS. So we get pumped. So back to this. Let's start putting this thing back together. I might set you guys up for a time lapse or something, but let's hop to it. Alright, as you guys saw from that last video, we got the windage tray and pickup tube back on. So now what I'm going to do is, let's go ahead and I'm going to bring you guys along for this one, but we're going to put I'm having a brain fart, oil pan back on. That's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and do that now. I'll set up the camera and yeah. Alright, so we got all the holes covered up because we don't want dust and stuff getting in there. I have an engine cover too, but you know, extra precaution. We're gonna put this back on just loosely, tight, finger tight bolts, just a touch. And we're gonna put this bad boy back on, timing cover, and then we will slap it back in there and call it a day. And see how this video turns out. But anywho, so let's start with the tray. We're gonna put you guys down, and I won't time lapse this one. I'll walk you through this one. All right, so let me show you guys what not to do. We got the timing cover on. I had to cut that video because I did it the wrong format. I'm still a rookie out here, it's fine. But nothing, you didn't miss anything exciting. But I do want to tell you guys this story about when I was trying to get this harmonic balancer off earlier. Because let me tell you what, that was a pain in the keister. Alright, so now if you come over here, this is the kit I got, Advanced Auto Parts. You know, one-handed. It's an installer puller deal. So I have to use this one, obviously, GM block. It doesn't have anything to thread into, yada yada. So they give you this push rod, right? But it's not long enough. Literally, the crankshaft takes it up until here, or like here, somewhere, really short. And they expect you, and it comes, whenever you screw it in, it comes like all the way to here. So you got no room to pull anything out. So I've seen everywhere online and whatnot. It's like, oh, use a push rod to get it out, right? That makes sense. They're a little bit longer. They call these push rods too. If you didn't see the plastic thing, you probably didn't. But anywho, so I grab one of my old trusty push rods here. You know, it's longer. It'll fit inside the thing. I've seen people do it. Whatever. And so, oh, I just dropped that. Oh well. Anyway, so if you guys want to know what happens whenever you use a push rod on a crank that doesn't want to come out, that thing turns into a pretzel. I did this twice because I was like, oh, I used the impact on the first one. I was like, oh man, my bad. That's my fault. You know, damn, I gotta get a new push rod. It's whatever. I did it with a ratchet and did the same thing. So basically, just take away from this, don't use a push rod. Unless it's a chromoly push rod, it might be strong enough to handle all that. But this push rod just was not having it. So anyway, what I did is I used an extension. Just put it in there and just ran it out. I was surprised it worked. But she ended up working. All in all, got it off. That's all that matters. But anyway, let's put this engine back, cover on, roll it in the hole, and we'll wrap this up. All right, well, I got the engine put back in its cover, all the holes covered up, etc. I think that's gonna do it for this episode. Let me know what you guys think, what you want to see more of. If you want to see the car that this engine's going into, I can do a breakdown of what I've done to that. Other than that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.